Well, hello there. Welcome back to the channel. My name is James, and here at 20th and 21st Movies, we are about all things cinema. Well, today I thought I'd come on here for a few minutes to share with you my thoughts on to upgrade or not upgrade. So this is my thought process as I apply to my own collection of the titles that I have on DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K Ultra HD, and my general thoughts for each title on whether or not it's worth it for me to upgrade a title. So I have several titles on DVD that I'm perfectly happy with those DVDs. And even though there's a Blu-ray edition that's out for that title, maybe it's a Blu-ray that's been out for a number of years, I don't need to upgrade to Blu-ray for that title. I like the film, I may even love the film, but I don't necessarily have to have it on Blu-ray. And I've got titles on the Blu-ray format of films, and many of those films I love. I don't have to have the 4K version of it when that 4K comes out. But then there's other titles that I have on DVD and Blu-ray where I absolutely have to upgrade. I love these films, and they're films that I absolutely want to upgrade to 4K or Blu-ray or the best available home video format at that time. So I want to walk through these titles, and I want to get your thoughts in the comment section as it applies to your collection. What is your thought process for whether or not to upgrade from DVD to Blu-ray to 4K? Is your thought process to upgrade everything in your collection as soon as possible, or are you more selective like me? Let me know that in the comment section. But let me go ahead and jump into this. So I've got several titles over here. Let me start with some Blu-rays that are in my collection that I have of films that I really like. I don't really have to have them on the 4K format. So these are Blu-ray titles, starting with from the Dark Knight trilogy. I've got this film, The Dark Knight Rises. This is a great film. It's the last film in the Christopher Nolan trilogy, and I love this film. I don't really have to have this on 4K. I am perfectly happy with this on Blu-ray. Now, this is my favorite superhero character of all time, so a lot of people are probably gonna think, why wouldn't you wanna upgrade this to 4K? But this is the Spider-Man trilogy. These are the Spider-Man films. Spider-Man 2 is my favorite superhero movie of all time, or one of my favorites of all time. It's definitely, for me, my favorite Spider-Man film, even after Spider-Man No Way Home. This is a great set of films. It's the Sam Raimi trilogy. I'm perfectly happy with these films, on Blu-ray. I don't really have to upgrade to 4K, at least not yet. Casino Royale. This is the first outing for Daniel Craig in the James Bond series. Have it on Blu-ray. Perfectly happy with it on Blu-ray. Do not need to upgrade to 4K. Of course, that No Time to Die in 4K looks absolutely amazing. Very happy with that. But I'm perfectly happy with keeping this on Blu-ray. I do not need to upgrade to 4K. Now, a lot of people got this recent Steelbook for this film, The Cabin in the Woods. I'm perfectly happy just sticking with my Blu-ray for this one. Now, I love the MCU, but you know what? I don't need to upgrade the Avengers to 4K. Perfectly happy with this on the Blu-ray format. One of my top 25 favorite films of all time, starring Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump. Again, I don't need this in 4K. Perfectly happy with this Blu-ray. Perfectly happy. Now, this title here is a title that is pretty infamous on the home video market for the number of editions that have been released for this film. It is, of course, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. I did upgrade my Extreme DVD version of this film. So this is the Extreme DVD, and this is now the Skynet Edition Blu-ray. And I have not upgraded to 4K for this film because I've heard that the transfer is not great. But when the time is right, I may upgrade this to 4K when they strike a new master, a new restoration. So we shall see on that. My favorite Star Trek film is Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Love this film. Wonderful film. The best of all Star Trek films in most people's opinion, including mine, but I don't need to have this on 4K. I am looking forward to the motion picture though coming out on 4K. I'm looking forward to picking that up. Superman the movie. This is what started the superhero genre in motion pictures. This is a great film. Don't need it in 4K. And my favorite Steven Spielberg film, this is, I'm kind of debating on this one here, The Color Purple. This just might be one I will upgrade, but for now, if a 4K of this came out today, I wouldn't immediately pick it up. I'm actually happy with this on Blu-ray for now. So those are Blu-ray titles that I'm pretty happy with just keeping on the Blu-ray format. I do not have to get them in 4K whenever that comes out. So let me walk you through a few DVDs that I have in my collection that I'm totally fine with staying on the DVD format. I don't need to upgrade to 4K or Blu-ray. I'm just happy. This one here is a film that that recently got a 4K release. It's War of the Worlds, the Tom Cruise film. I don't watch this very often, but I'm perfectly happy with this on DVD. One of my favorite Eddie Murphy films, probably my second favorite after Coming to America, is Boomerang. Now this is getting a Blu-ray edition, I think in June. I think a new Blu-ray release of Boomerang is coming out. I don't plan to get it because I'm perfectly happy with this DVD. But check out the back. Look at that classic picture of Eddie Murphy and Halle Berry. Love that, love it, love it. The Mission Impossible films. You got Mission Impossible and Mission Impossible 2. Love these films, but I don't need them on Blu-ray or 4K. Perfectly fine. One of the funniest comedies of all time is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I'm perfectly happy with this DVD. But I love this picture on the back. Check that out. Isn't that awesome? Don't you dig that? I dig it. Jerry Maguire, show me the money, show me the money, said Cuba Gooding Jr. And I'm happy to continue to hear that on DVD. All right. The Matrix sequels, perfectly happy to keep these on DVD. I do not need to upgrade these to 4K or to Blu-ray or 4K. In fact, why'd I even pick up the DVDs? Anyway. Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, perfectly happy on DVD. Do not need to upgrade this. Let me know in the comments below what you think about some of these titles that you're seeing and whether or not you would upgrade these or if you would disagree with me and you would want to upgrade these. So now I'm going to walk you through the Blu-rays that I definitely want to or already have upgraded. So I have this edition of Taxi Driver, this Blu-ray, and I have upgraded it to Taxi Driver in this Columbia Classics edition. So it looks absolutely amazing. It looks phenomenal, and it is a just totally worth it upgrade that I highly, highly recommend. So another upgrade I recently made was this right here, Singing in the Rain. This 4K looks absolutely phenomenal, and I'm very happy that I upgraded one of my favorite films of all time, probably the best musical ever made. So Singing in the Rain. I debated on this one here whether I would upgrade to 4K from my Criterion Blu-ray, but I upgraded to 4K in this case because this Kino Lorber 4K includes 2 additional films. They Call Me Mr. Tibbs and The Organization to complete that trilogy of these films. And for that reason, and this also has another commentary that's not on this Criterion edition. So I think with both of these together, I've got a complete set for this amazing film, In the Heat of the Night. One of the best films in the last 15 years is The Hurt Locker, and I could not resist this steelbook. This steelbook is absolutely amazing. Love this film, and it looks great on 4K. So happy I made that upgrade. Sicario, no-brainer upgrade, looks and sounds great. Love this film. So I had that on Blu-ray. I went ahead and upgraded Zero Dark 30, the other Catherine Bigelow film that I love. Tremendous film. Now, I did not upgrade The Dark Knight Rises to 4K, but I did have to upgrade The Dark Knight. So this is a case where when I look at my Dark Knight trilogy, I have Batman Begins on DVD. I have not upgraded that yet to Blu-ray or 4K and don't plan to. My Dark Knight Rises, I'm happy with the Blu-ray, but I definitely upgraded the Dark Knight from Blu-ray to 4K. So very worthy upgrade. That's my favorite film in that trilogy. Same with The Matrix. So I upgraded the original Matrix from the DVD that I had of the original Matrix movie. I still have not bought The Matrix Resurrections. I have not been able to bring myself to buy that title. Let me know in the comments below if you have bought The Matrix Resurrections. All right, let's talk for a minute about Star Wars. Let's talk about Star Wars for just a second. My philosophy for upgrading the Star Wars films is simply this. I had the first 6 films in the Skywalker films. So episodes 1 through 6, had them all on DVD. So episode 1, The Phantom Menace, episode 2, Attack of the Clones, episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and then the original trilogy, which is episode 4, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, 4, 5, and 6. So the only films that I have upgraded from those DVDs are episode 4 and episode 5. So A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. To me, the best 2 films of all Star Wars films. These are the ones that were worth it to me to upgrade. So I upgraded these from these old Star Wars DVDs. My other Star Wars DVDs and my other Star Wars films that I have on older formats, I have elected not to upgrade. It's just not worth it to me. So those are the 2 films. I mean, A New Hope, you gotta have this film in 4K or the best format available. Empire Strikes Back, the best Star Wars film in my mind and most people's minds. You gotta upgrade this one. So definitely upgraded those. And then this is a film, my favorite film that I saw in 2020 that I had to upgrade, and I actually bought 3 versions of this, is Parasite. So after it won Best Picture for 2019 in the 2020 Oscars, they released a bare bones Blu-ray. I picked that up. Then they came out with this 4K, so I went ahead and upgraded to 4K. So I had to pick it up, and it looks amazing. And then the Criterion Blu-ray edition looks absolutely incredible. It includes a black and white version of this film. So I feel like with both of these, I have sort of a completeness for Parasite. So one of my favorite films. This film probably cracks my top 25 of all time. I need to revise my top 25 to probably include Parasite. It's just a matter of which film do I bump. That's the hard decisions. So here are a few other Blu-rays and we'll wrap this up. I'm looking forward to getting the Lionsgate. I think it's the Lionsgate Steelbook of this film, Hell or High Water, the 4K. Great film, love this film. Looking forward to getting the 4K of Out of Sight, George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez. Got a big stack here going. Move this over here. Of course, I've said this many times on this channel, Double Indemnity 4K from Criterion. Can't get here quick enough. It's coming in a couple weeks. Looking forward to that. This is a great film, and I love this Universal limited edition. It's fantastic. Basic Instinct. I'm importing the 4K edition of this film. I heard from Jeff at Films at Home that this is a fantastic transfer and that the colors are more natural on the 4K than on the Blu-ray release. I never got the Blu-ray of this film. I just have this on DVD, so I'm looking forward to a substantial upgrade on 4K. So looking forward to Basic Instinct. And then a couple of films that have not been announced yet, but as soon as 4K is available, I'm all over it. No Country for Old Men. This is one of the greatest films in the last 20 years to come out, in my opinion. Great film. As soon as the 4K is available, hopefully Criterion or someone will do this on 4K. Fingers crossed. We shall see. But I cannot wait for this film to be announced on 4K. And as soon as it is, I am all over it. No Country for Old Men, the Coen Brothers film. A Billy Wilder classic, Sunset Boulevard. This needs a 4K. We're getting Double Indemnity. We've gotten The Apartment on 4K. We need Sunset Boulevard on 4K. And as soon as it comes out, I'm there. Probably the best film that came out in one of the best films that come out in 2014 is Nightcrawler, this Jake Gyllenhaal film. He should have been nominated for an Oscar for this film, amazing film. It gives me that sort of GTA, Grand Theft Auto vibe, the way that LA is portrayed in this film. This is just an amazing film. Jake Gyllenhaal is just incredible in this film, Nightcrawler, 2014. And there you have it. That is pretty much my examples I wanted to share with you of titles in the to upgrade or not upgrade. Let me know in the comments below, what titles would you consider upgrading in your collection when the 4K or the Blu-ray comes available? And what are some titles that you may have on DVD or Blu-ray that you're perfectly happy with? That even if the Blu-ray or 4K version comes out, you're pretty much content with what you have. Let me know that in the comments below as well. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time at the movies. Peace.